India is one of the fastest developing countries in the world, with an increasing urban population. But where is the food needed to feed the people in its cities coming from? For the most part, it is produced in the large plantations that this part of southern India is famous for. Like this tea estate in Wayanad District, where it's harvested, processed and packed by teams of paid workers. The tea and all other products travel to the markets, where they are bought by the urban dwellers and end up in their cups and on their plates. In Churuli Village, Wayanad District, people here grow and eat food differently from the people in the cities. Here, people interact closely with nature, and through that prolonged interaction, landscapes have been shaped and maintained. Wayanad District is part of the Western Ghats region of India. The Western Ghats is a biodiversity hotspot, characterized by high species richness on the one hand, and also high rates of species losses. The majority of people here are small to marginal scale farmers who maintain a variety of plants in their home gardens. The biodiversity in this area has been conserved through the conscious selection made by farmers through generations. People have been practicing agro-forestry or similar land use systems for thousands of years. The Karichian tribe is one of the 6 major tribes in Wayanad District. They have been practicing sustainable farming here for many years.
എൻ്റെ പേര് വെള്ളനാണ്. ചുരുളിയിൽ വെള്ളം എന്നാണ് എൻ്റെ പേര്. ഞാൻ ഇവിടുത്തെ തറവാട്ട് മൂപ്പനാണ്. ഇവിടെ ഞങ്ങളൊരു 100 ചില്ലാനം കുടുംബക്കാരുണ്ട് ഇവിടെ. ഒരേ കുടുംബക്കാർ, ഏട്ടനനിയന്മാർ, മക്കളായിട്ട്. അങ്ങനെ ഞങ്ങളിവിടെ കൃഷി എടുത്ത് അങ്ങനെ ആരും ഒരു ദ്രോഹമില്ലാണ്ട് ഇവിടെ ജീവിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുക. കൃഷി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞങ്ങളിവിടെ ഞങ്ങൾ വയനാട്ടിൽ കൃഷി ചെയ്യുന്നത് ചാണകം, വെണ്ണീര്, അത്യാവശ്യം കരിയില. ബാക്കി മരുന്നുകളോ മറ്റു രാസവളമൊന്നും ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്നില്ല ഞങ്ങൾ. ഈ രാസവളം ഈ മണ്ണ് ഉപയോഗിച്ചാൽ ഈ മണ്ണ് ഉരി ഈ മണ്ണിൻ്റെ നെയ്യെല്ലാം ഒഴുകിപ്പോവും, നീരുകൂടി. പിന്നെ ഈ മണ്ണിന് ഒന്നും ഉണ്ടാവില്ല, ഈ കൃഷി ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. നിങ്ങൾ നോക്കിക്കോ, ആ നാട്ടിലെ മണ്ണുങ്ങൾ ലാസ്റ്റിൽ കുഴിച്ച് മാറ്റേണ്ടി വരും. ആ നാട്ടിലെ പറമ്പിൽ നിന്ന് ഈ വയലിലെ മണ്ണ്, വയലിൽ കൃഷി ചെയ്യുക, ആ കൃഷിയിലെ ആ മണ്ണുങ്ങളെ കുന്നിൽ നിന്ന് മണ്ണ് വെച്ച് വെച്ചിട്ട് കൃഷി ഉണ്ടാക്കേണ്ടി വരും. ഇവിടെ ഈ മണ്ണിന് നെയ്യില്ല. ഞങ്ങൾ അതിനെ തലമുറ പഠിപ്പിക്കൂ. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഓരോ പാരമ്പര്യ ഓരോ നിയമങ്ങളുണ്ട്, ആ ചിട്ടകൾ. ഇമാതിരി ചെറിയ മരുമക്കത്തുണ്ട്, അവരൊന്നും പഠിപ്പിക്കും ഞങ്ങൾ. അത് ഇന്ന രീതിയിൽ ഇന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇന്ന പോലെ ചെയ്യണം, ഇന്ന കാര്യങ്ങൾ ഇന്ന പോലെ ചെയ്യും.
Professor Santosh Kumar of Kerala Agricultural University finds great value in their traditional farming. He provides scientific advice to local farmers so that traditional and sustainable farming can continue in this area. This relationship is not one-sided. The villagers provide the professor with their traditional knowledge and wisdom, which has been handed down through generations.
And we normally talk to the farmers, find out their problems and bring in some technology that can help them, but without having a deleterious effect onto the ecosystem here. This is a system where there is a total integration of human with nature. You will have forest on the hillock tops, which is basically public forest. Then you have got the people living on the lower elevations on these hillock tops. And towards the bottom, you have the valleys where the farmers traditionally cultivate rice, basically paddy. And the uplands where they have the homes, houses. It will be normally with lot of diversified crops. Basically, you will have, you will see coffee and pepper as the predominant crops. And you will have large number of trees maintained, and homesteads will be full of green. It will almost resemble a forest in this part. There are a lot of sacred groves in all inside these forest areas where they maintain the sanctity and the sacredness. Their lifestyle is so intermixed with the forest.
The forested lands are managed by the state as reserved forests or wildlife sanctuaries. Chief Velan works as a forest watcher to see that there are no illegal loggings or hunting. It is part of the government and community's joint forest management program.
ഈ കാട് ആണ് ഞങ്ങളുടെ ജീവിതം. ഈ മലബാർ പ്രദേശം കൊണ്ട് ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇപ്പോൾ അതായത് വളം എങ്ങനെ നഷ്ടം ഈ കാട്ടിലെ കരിയിലൊക്കെ ചീഞ്ഞ് വലിച്ചിരിങ്ങി നീര് കൂടി ഒഴുകി വന്നിട്ട് വയലിലേക്ക് വെള്ളം കയറും. ഈ പുതുമഴയ്ക്കെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് വെച്ചാൽ ഈ ഈ കാട്ടിൽ നിന്ന് വരുന്ന മലബാരത്തിൽ നിന്ന് വെള്ളങ്ങൾ ഞങ്ങൾ വയലിലേക്ക് ഒഴുക്കി വിടും. തലവേദന, പനിക്ക്, ടൈഫോയിഡിന് ഈ വാഹനത്തിനുള്ള മരുന്നുകൾ ഈ കാട്ടിൽ ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ മരുന്നുകൾ എടുക്കുന്നതാണ്. പിന്നെ അതിനെക്കുറിച്ച് പിന്നെ ഈ കന്നുകാലി വളർത്താനും പക്ഷെ ഈ കാട് നല്ല കണ്ടീഷൻ വെള്ളം, യാതൊരു വിഷാംശമില്ലാത്ത വെള്ളം. അപ്പോൾ കാടെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ കാട്ടിൽ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് വിറക്, ഈ കാട്ടിലെ പല സാധനങ്ങളുണ്ട്. പണ്ടെന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പണ്ടൊരു കാലഘട്ടങ്ങളിൽ ഈ കാട് ഞാൻ ജീവിച്ച കാടാണ്. ഈ കാട്ടിലെ പല വ്യത്യാസമുള്ള സാധനങ്ങളുണ്ട്.
Although Chief Velan follows the old way of living off the land, most of the farmers in this area are changing their ways.
A few years back, if you ask an Indian farmer, why do you cultivate? The only reason would be that he cultivates to eat. And now if you ask a farmer why does he cultivate, it's principally because he wants to make money. And in that process, whatever methods would give him better money is adopted. But then some of the technologies that they adopt and some of the cropping systems that have a larger impact is something that we are really worried about.
Because of commercialization, many of the traditional varieties or races of many fruits and other crops that we used to find in the home gardens are probably becoming extinct. Then deforestation has been occurring in most parts of Western Ghats. In the 60s and 70s, there was a major push towards clearing forests for establishing forest plantations. Rubber area, as you might see, has expanded substantially over the 30 or 40 years in Kerala, and this probably took place at the expense of home garden on the one hand, and also converting paddy lands to coconut plantations or other.
If we are forcing these people to adopt technologies which are not suitable to these areas just because it gives them money, now we are putting the entire area into danger.
So our idea is to create an awareness first of all, and then also highlight the scientific underpinnings of these traditional land use systems, or in particular, what make them sustainable, and then try to evolve systems which may be sustainable in the long run. So that's our approach.
The integration of modern and traditional knowledge may provide a long-term answer for maintaining the natural environment and enhancing human well-being. In another corner of the Western Ghats, a farmer is trying to combine the best of traditional and entrepreneurial practice.
When I bought this farm, this was a modern spoiled farm actually. I had to input a lot of money during the first 3 to 4 years. But I have seen that after the 4th year onwards, I'm getting a reasonable net return from the farm. And even though I have made it organic,
George has worked as an engineer for over 20 years, but his family tradition is actually farming. Feeling that farming is in his blood, he is going back to his roots with a mid-size organic farm.
So this is the vermicompost. When we cut the trees, we will put it all, we'll deposit all here and we'll put the worms in. And the earthworms will eat all the leaves and they will process it and make it as organic manure.
In order to support his income, George decided to open a resort facility where people can learn about Indian agriculture and stay at a place close to nature.
One more room is left. All other rooms are booked. 25th.
The food they offer is traditional Kerala food, and most of the ingredients are from his farm or the surrounding area.
Why not to open it for the tourists who can get a feel of the lifestyle in the farm area or the countryside? Then the response was really good. The guests coming from out of this country or from the cosmopolitan cities, everyone knows pepper, everyone knows cardamom, but they don't know how the plant looks like, how it is grown. So everyone gets a feel of from the origin of each and every product or the spices which they are consuming in a day-to-day.
A rich bird diversity is found in this area of the Western Ghats, and it's not just restricted to the forest but includes cultivated land. Their traditional mixed crop farming supports biodiversity.
I have been getting bird watchers guests as well. They have spotted 160 species in this farm. I feel that organic farming is more sustainable and it will be more profitable for me.
Traditional farming in this area provides various ecosystem services for the people. Therefore, the people respect nature and have been treating it with care, so it'll be there for their children. Harmonious relationships between humans and nature have been seen in this area for over 2,000 years. And this is something we want to save for the future generations.
And we need, maybe on a global scale, some effort so that these can be preserved, the farmers can continue these practices. At the same time, the farmers can prosper also. And everybody benefits.